It's Madden NFL 22, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Bengals and the Titans, coming up next.
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at our two quarterbacks in this one, it's really a good matchup when you boil it down. Joe Burrow of the Bengals, Ryan Tannehill of the Titans.
And both of them have terrific ability to improvise. And that means when the first read's not there, how quickly can you go through your progressions? Can you hang in there and take a shot as you release it? Can you buy time outside of the pocket? Can you pull it down and run if need be? I think we'll see all of those traits on display in this one.
Evan McPherson has this one teed up, and off we go from Nashville. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Out come the Titans for their first possession, led by Ryan Tannehill in his 10th NFL season and third with Tennessee.
And the former Miami Dolphin had a career renaissance in 2019 with Tennessee and carried it over into 2000. A career-high 32 touchdowns, just 7 interceptions, and those were the fewest he's thrown in a full season. And speaking of full seasons, he played all 16 games for the first time since 2015. He's got to be excited about 2021.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he stopped behind the line by this Bengals D. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room.
And that's caught inside the 35. And it's a Titans touchdown. Julio Jones, 87 yards. And the Titans have taken a first quarter lead. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And you think on 3rd down, they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks, and I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result, because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
And that one spanning an even 65 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Extra point by McCann, up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and the result in the end, a Titans touchdown. McCann's got it teed up. Brandon Wilson now from his end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And right away, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there is no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. Got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that challenge, a successful one. The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Well, they sent the power set out there, and their job is to be man-on-man and move people so they can run the football. But that time, too many men didn't get moved in the box defensively. They end up throwing him for a loss.
On 3rd down, Burrow. There's the rookie from LSU. It's Jamar Chase. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. Joe Burrow in year number 2, moving around pretty good considering the seriousness of his injury last year. If you're a defensive coordinator here, what do you try to do to slow Joe Burrow down?
I think you want him to be in rhythm. I think you want him to be on time. And normally, you want to take that away from a quarterback, make him hold it a little bit longer. But when he has a chance to maneuver around the pocket, sometimes get out of it, big plays result. I want him throwing the ball on time and then tackling the receivers so there's no extra yardage.
Four yards remain for second down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Dumps it off to Mixon. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Burrow will throw. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Virginia Tech, Caleb Farley.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
A first down carry for Henry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It's Logan Wilson there to bring him down. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
Tannehill to his top target, Brown, for a Tennessee first.
A.J. Brown is starting to get a well-deserved reputation as one of the top-flight receivers in the NFL. Went over 1,000 yards in his first 2 years. Makes another strong catch there.
They'll run on first down. It's Henry, and only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Tannehill. And that's going to be incomplete.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Now Tannehill. This pass complete to Reynolds. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And the tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Henry again on 2nd down. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
I mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down.
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Tannehill. And it's caught. Touchdown. Anthony Ferguson, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, 2-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. You had a perfect omelet, dropped it, so a little bit of a turnover. You went right back though and got that omelet and crushed it.
You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
You got to do what you got to do.
A little worried about your hands there. Extra point by McCann, up and good, and it's now 14-0. McCann's got it teed up. Brandon Wilson to return it. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Now Burrow. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Brent, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. 2nd and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy cornerback.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And the final number, pretty impressive, courtesy of Next Gen Stats, 21.4 miles per hour. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. Now you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Here's Pirine. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first.
Let's go! You know I'm old school, so I always want a hammer in my backfield. But in short yardage situations, 3rd down pickups, I got to have him. And he picked it up for him right there.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. A handoff to Mixon. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football. And the Bengals on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Burrow looking to pass. Flushed out right. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
I like this effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the 1st down. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Here comes Ryan Tannehill now, leading his offense back out there. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
He can't get him down. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
There's so many definitions of a complete back. I think most people think a guy who can block, a guy who can catch, and a guy who can run. But how about when you put it all together as a runner and you can fake people out, you can be shifty, and also run with some power and break tackles, as we just saw on that pickup.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Titans on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's Tannehill. He's got a man. It's Berkshire, the tight end. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. Looking sideline, incomplete. Jeff Swain, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And right side, Henry's got it. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Titans on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Tannehill throwing again. This is going to be incomplete. On fourth down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Yeah, these are the types of plays we're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A gain there of 30 big ones.
I don't care what level of football you played. This one was a universal, wasn't it? When we were kids and we played touch football, remember we get in these positions and you just say, everybody go along and hope someone would come free.
Now Mike Vrabel unsure of that last call. He's going to throw out the red flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
Here we go. Here we go.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. From the gun to give to Mixon. He's to the 10. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. 24 yards for Joe Mixon. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown. And that CD, one heck of a run. He just refused to go down.
And that's where determination comes in because he had at least a couple of guys had really good shots at him, but he just said, I don't think so. Speed, power, elusiveness, all on display right there. Look like you, partner, back during your salad days in Evansville.
So that'll back him up 5. Another attempt now from 5 yards further back. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Got a man, it's Brown. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
His second catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's 2nd down. To throw is Tannehill. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Josh Reynolds signed with the Titans after 4 years in L.A. with the Rams, and he was overshadowed there by some of their big-name receivers, but came through with a career-high 52 catches last year. Expects to continue in that vein with the Titans.
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
And Derrick Henry with the ball in his hands, what a sight to behold, because power and speed involved in every touch for him. Coming off another spectacular season with the Titans, he became the first since LaDainian Tomlinson in 2006 and 2007 to win 2 straight rushing titles, and he did it with style too. Just the 8th man to top 2,000 yards and the first since Adrian Peterson in 2012. He has his sights set on another 2,000-yard season.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now Tannehill. toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on third down.
The Titans on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Titans on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Back to throw, Tannehill. He's got the tight end Furtzer right side complete. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
They'll run for it with Henry. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Derrick Henry denied here on 4th down. And the Bengals will get the football back. The Bengals offense getting set and ready to go again here. They came out not so hot. The first quarter, they were sputtering a little bit, but they seem to have stayed the course and really righted the ship here in the second.
Well, let's face it, all the preparation that goes into getting ready for a game, all the scouting reports, the practice, the repetition, sometimes you get a little bit of a lull to start things off. Maybe you get a little flat, but if you put in that time, you put in that effort, it can come back to you, and that's what we're seeing so far.
Now can they keep that momentum going? They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Virginia Tech, Cannon Farley. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. McCann for the point after. It's good, and it's 21-10. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And Tyler Boyd's one of those guys that seems to fly under the radar, but he finds ways to get open, and he has nice hands. He's averaged right around 80 catches a year his last 3 seasons.
And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Well, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Throwing again on second down. Burrow. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. And Burrow going to throw again. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And some space here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
First and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. To Mixon on the check down. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. It was a safety, Kevin Byard, that time, who was able to knock it away. On 3rd down, Burrow. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. 4th down now as the Titans defense holds up in coverage.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
McPherson's kick is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah. When you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And now let's discuss Julio Jones, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
A running play there, going to get 11 as they get a quick first down. Hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. It was
of the second half.
Final adjustments being made in both locker rooms. We're just about ready for the second half. And for the call, let's get you back up to Nashville, Music City, and Brandon Gott.
Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Bengal offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Here's Burrow. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Tannehill now to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time, but it'll be 2nd down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tannehill. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark him down at the 39. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game? That's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up the first down.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
On first down, Henry. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
6 yards left on 2nd down. Now Tannehill. Looking deep for Julio. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. It's a gain of 35.
Yes, partner, Julio Jones is just that good. I mean, if it's going to be a type of a jump ball play or a play where you have to go up over people to get it, I like his odds because of his athletic ability and his ability to get up in the air and sky.
Well, his real name is Kentoris Lopez Jones, and Kentoris means gladiator.
Well, that's exactly how he plays. When you look at him, body type, the fury that he plays the game, the passion, he was aptly named.
They'll run on first down. It's Henry, and this carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, just not much room there to operate. A gain of 3, second down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're not doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And here comes Reynolds as they try the jet sweep. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Here's Tannehill. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. Well, I think Josh Norman can sympathize. He knows a little something about a run like this from Derrick Henry. I mean, that stiff arm might be the best in the business.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. We'll see that Josh Norman play forever and ever, won't we? Because at Derrick Henry's size, 6'3", nearly 250, you know he's not shying away from contact. And here he just kept the defender at arm's length as he barreled his way into the end zone. I mean, just put that arm into the chest, and there he goes.
McCann now for the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. So that drive in total 8 plays. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. McCann's got it teed up. Brandon Wilson now from his end zone. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25. A touchback. The Bengals set to take over. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Bengal first down on a 16-yard pickup there.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
On first down, Mixon, and very little daylight there. They'll get a couple up to the 44.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the 44, Burrow. Hooking up here with Trent Taylor. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 40. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Now it's Burrow. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was out there waving his arm saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. Well, they were looking to pick up the first down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage, partner. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roam, and he found it.
McPherson on for the point after. And this one's back to an 8-point game. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And no return here for Evans as they will bring this out to the 25. And the Titans getting set to go. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll start with a give to Henry. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
2nd down, they go again with Henry.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Tannehill on 3rd down. He's got a man. It's Berkshire, the tight end. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. They find some open field here. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 77 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Derrick Henry fighting through, and he's got space. And down inside the 15 he goes. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. No surprise coming off a 2,000-yard season. It was Derrick Henry who totaled the most yards after contact in the NFL last year, and he's up to his old tricks here.
And with a guy his size, you have to know defensively that arm tackles aren't going to fly with him. You have to be able to wrap up, or else he can just brush tacklers aside like they're not even there.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now we've got movement up front. I think this is going to be on the Titans. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. After the penalty, it's Henry. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Caught on the right side by Jones. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville. It's the Titans. They've got the football. They'll be looking to extend their lead here as we begin the 4th quarter. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Trey Hendrickson in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
And what a big 2020 season for the Saints for this 3rd-round pick in 2017 out of Florida Atlantic. Now, he signed with the Bengals back in March, but for New Orleans last year, 13.5 sacks, which tied Aaron Donald for the NFC lead.
Tucker McCann on for the field goal. A 37-yard attempt.
McCann's kick up and good. And that will bump the lead up to 11. So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Cincinnati set to take over once again. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 21. He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 75 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And this shot downfield on 2nd down is brought in. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunky yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Now Burrow on 1st down. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Tannehill. And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. The Titans on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This will be 3rd and 5. That's complete to his tight end, Ferkser. And he will have a Titans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And he's got room. The 20, 10, touchdown Titans. A.J. Brown, 60 yards. And the Titans have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, this is a guy who runs with such balance and control. I mean, he went through that early contact just like he was driving over a speed bump. And he's able to continue his way downfield and wind up in the end zone. And
you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. McCann for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Just a 4-play drive that time, and it ends with a Tennessee score. McCann's got it teed up. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. That goes for a gain of 31.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Now Burrow loses the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. Here's Kevin Huber now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now fair catch is called for and taken at we'll call it the 37-yard line. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Tennessee offense set to go again. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Here's Tannehill. And that is incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now it's Burrow. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Bud Dupree in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Bud Dupree was a 1st-round draft pick for the Pittsburgh Steelers and really blossoming his last few years there, teaming with T.J. Watt to create quite the duo. Dupree had 8 sacks in 2020 before hurting his knee in Week 12, 11.5 in 2019.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Elijah Molden. such a costly interception. Nearly a pick six, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Anthony Frisker, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Now Tannehill. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. Henry. And Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. They'll run. It's Henry. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry from a yard away, bowling his way in. And the Titans capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Well, this defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1-yard line.
And that gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put those big bodies and determination into that carry, the end result, touchdown.
McCann's got it teed up. Taken at the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Shift now to the Tennessee defense here. That interception, the last go-around when they were out there, 4 turnovers now for this unit. Pretty impressive.
And how happy are they to actually run back on the field? Most of the time, defenses want to get off the field, but when you picked off 4 passes,
they want to stay out.
They want to stay out there and not just pad their stats, but really give themselves a game to remember and a game to play off of the rest of the season.
They'll be looking for turnover number 5 now. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage. That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Danico Autry able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. The Titans go victory formation down to a knee. On 2nd down now, it's Henry, and that could be a killer. He'll lose yardage and tackled inbounds. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.